Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, Patson, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/Surviving Infidelity, where OP shares the story of how karma struck his cheating girlfriend in the face. Let's begin. I warned her. Posted by Reddit user mainpotential7327.
My ex and I met in college in 2013. I was 22, and she was 21. We became fast friends, and eventually we developed feelings for each other. We became a couple a year later. It was a great relationship, and I don't regret it. Fast forward to 2016, I was home when she called me, saying she was outside and that we needed to talk. So, I went outside, and I saw that she was crying in her car. I went up to her and asked what's wrong. She confessed that she cheated on me. I don't want to go into details because I'm trying to keep this short. I was shocked, hurt, and was teared up. She went on saying that we needed to break up because I deserved better than her and that she developed feelings for a fair partner. I warned her about rushing it with someone else and that a relationship that begins by cheating usually ends badly. After we finished talking, I walked back to my house, but before I went in, I turned around to see her one more time, and she was still crying. Once I went inside, she posted on social media saying I wish I could just disappear, with a crying emoji. I proceeded to remove her from social media after that. As I was mourning the end of my relationship, I also thought about how her new relationship will blow up in her face. Fast forward 2 years later, she messages me, asking me to meet up because she wanted to talk. I knew the day had arrived. So, I met her at a diner. I live in New Jersey, and she was miserable. She looked like she was crying before we met up. When she saw me, she gave a weak hi, and I gave her a cold one. This surprised her and got teary-eyed. I started by asking her what she wanted to talk about. She started saying that her and affair partner broke up 2 weeks ago and admitted that the relationship with him was horrible. It turns out he was a narcissist who emotionally abused her. She also admitted that the guilt of what she did to me never went away and that I was right. She then noticed my emotionless expression and turned away saying, "You used to be so happy and silly. It hurts seeing you like this, and I know it's my fault because of my bad, selfish, and dumb decisions." She went to say, "I'm sorry for everything. I thought about you every day for the past 2 years." She then said, "Not only did I ruin us, but I lost my best friend. You were my best friend, and I ruined that." She started crying again saying, "I'm not here to get back together because I don't deserve that and I have no right to ask that." I proceeded to say that, "It's true that you don't deserve me." It gets quiet and she turned away again. She then said that she missed me and that she missed me for 2 years, then she asked me to be friends again. I told her I can't promise anything. She starts crying for the final time and I left the diner. As I was walking out, I turn over and she's still crying. How history repeats itself. In the end, cheating ruins the cheater and the victim. Never cheat, it's usually never worth it. Edit. So, because I got numerous requests, I'm going to post what happened after I left the diner. Hi everyone, I have decided to do an update to my original post due to numerous requests. This will be my only update since there's nothing else to say afterwards. Before I go any further, I have some things to clarify about my original post. 1. The affair partner was emotionally abusive. I know because my ex showed me her texts, and it was full of "no one will ever love you like me," and "you're ugly." Also, he broke up with her by text. What a scumbag. 2. She did try to reach out to me multiple times during the 2 years she was with affair partner. She asked how I was doing, "I'm sorry," and "are you okay?" I ended up not responding. I didn't block her because I was waiting for when her relationship blew up. 3. Friends and family actually saw her during the 2 years, and they all said the same thing. She looked miserable, and when she saw them, she would run up to them and ask how I'm doing and to tell me that she will never stop being sorry. 4. The diner meeting happened in 2018. Now back to the story. After I got home from the diner, she messaged me saying, "If we become friends again, I'll work my butt off to earn back your trust, and if not, please know I'll always be sorry for everything." Fast forward a year later, and I bumped into her while buying lunch. We caught up and I wasn't as cold as before. I will admit, I'm a little embarrassed about what I did next. I offered her to be friends with benefits with me, and she accepted. The friends with benefits lasted for a few months. When I look back, I think I did it for closure and to show her what she's missing. I ended it because I felt that I got my closure. She was disappointed, but also understood. A few months later, she started seeing someone new, and they dated until early 2020, before the pandemic hit. She showed up to my home unannounced and revealed to me that the new guy cheated on her with multiple women and actually blamed her for the cheating. Just like the affair partner, the new guy broke up with her by text. She went on saying how much she hated herself for what she did to me, but now she understands how I felt. I gave her a hug and told her to take these lessons and never forget them. She thanked me and left. Fast forward to now, I heard she's in individual counseling and remains single by choice. I saw her mother recently, and she informed me. As for me, I'm single, working on myself. I'm getting into shape, and I'm working in psychology. Guess what inspired me? Thank you for reading my story. I appreciate everyone who read and replied.
She's not remorseful at all. She's just sad and angry that her relationship with her affair partner didn't work out exactly as she hoped. I guarantee you, OP, somewhere in that twisted mind of hers, she was convinced that she could always just come back to you and that you'd always take her back. That was her plan. Chase after Chad, and if it doesn't work out, she could just crawl back to you. Unfortunately for her, she didn't account for one very important variable in her formula. That is you, my friend. You are not a simp, and she wasn't expecting that. She made it crystal clear from your little conversation with her at the diner. The cries about abuse was just an attempt trying to trigger your protective instincts and pity, claiming you were such a good friend, saying how you used to be happy and silly when she was a part of your life. She's suggesting that you became cold because she's no longer part of it, saying she doesn't deserve another chance, fully expecting you to say, "Of course you do. In fact, let's get married tomorrow." Look, the offer of friendship is just to calm her guilt and her trying to extract more time and emotional support from you. That is until she can find the next Chad that's willing to tap her sorry ass. Now, I guess we could move on to OP's update so we can finally hear the final chapter of this story. Shall we?
So, I honestly thought I had nothing else to say about this, but something happened last month that made me think. So last month my ex left me this message. "Hey Jay, I know this is a shock to hear from me, but I want to get this off my chest. I felt guilty for cheating on you with affair partner 5 years ago. I left you for him. But part of me didn't love you anymore regardless. But it still wasn't right of me to leave you for someone else. I've learned my lesson, not to put someone through that type of pain that I did to you. I 5 years later still carried that part of pain with me, and I will never forgive myself for that fucked up situation. I definitely don't give a shit about affair partner anymore because of how much of a narcissistic asshole he really is. You can find someone better than me. Our relationship was wonderful. You were good to me, and at the end, I treated you like shit. You didn't deserve that at all. And my relationship with affair partner started off good until I saw the real truth in him and the red flags that I didn't realize until after our relationship. I felt guilty for hurting you during my and affair partner's relationship. I miss our friendship a lot. When I saw you for the first time in 2 years, I said to myself, he is so not gonna forgive me for the shit I put him through, and I'm gonna be lady enough to apologize for the way I hurt him, and I would never ask him to take me back because that's not the way to handle shit at all. I will always care about you, and I will always be sorry for everything I've done. I hope I can see you again one day, eh?" I was speechless at first, but then I just messaged thank you and left it at that. Thanks for reading.
Well, this just confirms my theory from earlier. Gentlemen, I want you to notice how she repeatedly said it was only after she realized that the other guy sucked that she felt any remorse about the whole affair. It sounds like she would have been fine if her affair partner turned out to be the actual charming Chad that she cheated on you with. Beyond that, this message doesn't serve to apologize to you. Instead, it's to ease her own discomfort and attempt to draw more from you. Let's say that her affair partner wasn't a narcissistic asshole. Then I feel this whole change of heart and constant apology, it would have never happened in the first place. She is just sending you these messages to make herself feel better. She is feeling guilty. She is feeling defeated because her 2 relationships after you are complete dumpster fires, and you're not willing to pick her up, But at least she got the sweet karma that she absolutely deserves. And for you, OP, I'm glad that you are doing much better without that cheater. Kudos to you, my friend. Thank you for not being a simp. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to Patson to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.